What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. I know this video is not very long, but I did want to make sure that I'm keeping you all as up to date as possible about all of your favorite companies. Now, we did get some news this morning about Jaguar Health having a meeting with a SPAC sponsor about their potential subsidiary Napo EU. I think this could be very, very good news for the company going forward, and I did just want to cover the article. I wanted to give my opinion on it and make sure, again, that I'm keeping y'all all as up to date as possible, as Jaguar Health has clearly been one of the most popular companies on the channel. If you guys do appreciate the content and all the hard work that I do put into this channel to make sure that I'm keeping you all as up to date and providing as much value as possible, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. But that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump straight into this article and let's see what is going on with Jaguar Health, ticker symbol JAGX. So as we can see that today we have seen Jaguar Health up a pretty significant amount. Now, from the time the market opened, we have seen it drop about 6%. So at one point this morning, it was up over 15%. Well, again, what is causing that? Well, we do see here that JAGX stock surges ahead of a Jaguar Health SPAC merger meeting. Now, this has been in speculation and in a rumor for the last couple weeks. People have been looking forward to hearing the news about what Napo EU was going to potentially be doing, considering that they thought they had a drug that could help with the potential long hauler syndrome that we were seeing, some virus. I'm not going to say the word because, advertisement purposes, but virus patients, we were seeing them start to have some long hauler syndrome, and then they believe that they have a drug that could help relieve some of that. So right here, it says that Jaguar Health stock is on the rise Thursday after announcing a meeting concerning an upcoming special purpose acquisition company merger. Now, we have seen SPACs absolutely take off recently. That has been, most companies' favorite way to enter the market is through a SPAC merger, and it does seem like a lot of investors have really come up on a lot of gains using these different SPAC mergers. Well, it says here that the meeting will go over plans for Napo EU, a company expected to become a subsidiary of Jaguar Health in Italy, to merge with the SPAC. The meeting will be presented by SPAC sponsor Andrea Porcelli and Jaguar Health president and CEO Lisa Conte. Now, the reason that I do believe that this is going to be important is because that does pretty much let us know that this is happening. Because they wouldn't be calling a meeting and they wouldn't be doing all of this if it was still speculation, if it was only rumor that this company Napo EU was in the works to provide some type of relief to virus long hauler syndrome patients. So whenever we do think about that, I think that that is a fantastic step for this company. I think that's a huge catalyst. Now, the reason I say this is because of one of two things. Well, realistically, when you think about it, when it comes to the virus itself, the virus is somewhat old news. Whenever companies were first starting to come out with some type of relief or some type of literally anything, any product or any type of service, anything that could somewhat benefit the virus itself, people were jumping on that thing and we would see their stock price shoot up 100%. Well, nowadays, realistically, if a company says, yeah, we have this thing that can, help, it's a new type of mask or it's anything related to the virus, we don't see that same hype that we were seeing a year ago. Now, the reason that I believe that this is important is because now that we are starting to hopefully come out of this pandemic, maybe, possibly, I know there's new strains and everything, but whenever we think about it, that we are hopefully on the better side of the, the length of this pandemic, that we are now going to start to experience things that are post-pandemic, symptoms. You got to think about it. This is a virus that attacks your immune system. It attacks your overall body. So some people are going to deal with long-term effects from this. And I think the long-term effects, the post-recovery effects that this virus can have on the body is what a lot of people are going to need help with. And that's what this company is targeting, because they're not trying to focus on, okay, what to do whenever you get the virus, because there's so many other companies who've already done that. They're looking at, okay, well, now that we're getting past the virus, what are some things that are going to happen after, post-pandemic, that we would then be able to provide as a service for? And then I think that is going to be a fantastic way for them to get their name out there and help change the world at the same time. Now, SPAC sponsor Andrea Porcelli said this about the news boosting JAGX stock today. They said AIM Italia has been chosen as the potential exchange on which to list the SPAC because the professional segment of AIM Italia, which is addressed to professional investors, allows SPACs to publicly state the name of their target companies at the time of listing. Napo EU and the post-pandemic recovery equity SPAC are pursuing a direct business combination, which is allowed on the professional segment of AIM Italia, hence making the listing of the purpose SPAC and merger concurrent. Now, the meeting going over the SPAC merger will plan to take place at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on the upcoming Wednesday, and investors can, if you do want to go to this link, if you want to register to attend it, it is here on Investor Place. Now, Jaguar Health is considering this combination as it seeks to study the effects of its treatment on the survivors of the novel virus, I'm not saying it anymore, still suffering negative effects from the illness. The current theory is that the people continue to suffer after the virus has run its course due to their bodies continuing to overreact even after the infection is gone. Now, of course, we did see it go up 12 12 to 15% this morning. So that is exactly what I mean in the, you know, in the thought that yes, there are things that are going to come after this pandemic is over. It's not like it's just going to be the world's back to normal if somehow we do get a vaccine that works and everyone just doesn't start to get this, which realistically I don't think is probable. I think that this is going to be around for quite some time, but I think we're going to get a hold on it at some point. And after that, there's going to be effects that come next that people aren't going to know how to handle, and no one's really going to know what to do whenever it comes to, okay, well, now what? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're not really getting the virus anymore, but now there's all these long-term effects. How do we handle these? And that's exactly what this company is targeting. I think that's a very big market. As we have seen, they've put many big numbers out there in the potential consumer base, and I do also like that this is not their only product. They have been able to provide products that relate to other conditions and other diseases and other viruses as well, but this is going to be the one, in my opinion, that could take them main stage, that could really make them popular and make people realize, okay, Jaguar Health has what it takes to provide, you know, very, very valuable products to the overall world. Well, whenever we do go ahead and if we take a look at the stock price, just a brief little overview of what the stock price has done over the last couple of days. Now, over the last 5 days, we have seen a drop. I believe this is about 20%. Oh, it was 20% at some point. Let's see. Let's go all the way out. Yep, from the peak to here, it was about 20%. Now, personally, I will let you guys in on a little bit, and I'll give you a little taste, but I usually cover this in the Patreon. I have been pretty much buying every red day that we have had since this, you know, this peak right here. I've grown out my position, and I do believe that with this potential catalyst coming up, that we could see some substantial growth coming. I think that it is pretty typical that we will see this type of pattern with penny stocks, and I think that if this meeting does go well, if there's a potential SPAC, and if that SPAC is confirmed, that we can see this thing really shoot. So, you know, I'm not going to go too much more in depth about what exactly I will be doing with this company. If you do want access to all of my trades, my whole portfolio, and a full-blown update on whenever I may purchase more shares of Jaguar Health, definitely consider going down to the link in my in the description. It will link you over to my Patreon, which is where I'm fully transparent about all my trading. That being said, that is the end of the video. I really didn't want to drag this one out too much, but just to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing and also keep you updated on why I believe that this could be fantastic for this company. I hope you guys do have an amazing day. Again, I post 2 to 3 times every single day, so I hope to see you all soon. Peace.